Well, the NHL trade deadline is approaching fast. Teams have until 2 o'clock this afternoon to buy, sell, or stand down. Blackhawks have the worst record in the league right now, which usually means you need to change something. Will they? Well, here to talk about the Blackhawks and what they might have up their sleeves, Chicago's hockey czar, one of the hosts of CHGO Blackhawks podcast, Jay Zawaski. Jay, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Zawaski, it's a good Chicago Irish name.
That's right.
Just kidding.
100%.
So it's been what you'd expect from the rebuilding Blackhawks, right? Currently dead last, but you're going to get that young squad, but plenty of bright spots, namely that kid Connor Bedard. We'll come back to him in a moment. Do you see today the Blackhawks giving up a couple vets? Maybe those guys can go off and get a cup. Think they'll take on some salary for picks. Your prediction?
I think that you might see a veteran or two move. Tyler Johnson and Colin Blackwell are both unrestricted free agents after this year. Tyler Johnson, probably the more appealing piece to a contender. He's a two-time Cup champion. He can play center or wing. He's got a really good reputation around the league. Colin Blackwell, more of like a high-energy kind of a player with a little bit more offense this season than we've seen in the past. But Tyler Johnson's a known commodity, and I don't think, at his age, the Hawks want him back next year. Blackwell, on the other hand, is a guy I could see returning. So if we're going to handicap it, I would say Johnson, then Blackwell, and then, potentially taking on a bad deal for some cap picks, or some draft picks in return, or to help a team accommodate a deal by taking on some cap space.
So the season as a whole, for fans who haven't gotten into this new young core of players yet, what have they been missing? What are some names other than Bedard we should be learning? Or are they just missing experience? I mean, it's a growing game. They're kids. So what are they missing? And, other than Bedard, are there names we should be honing in on as potential stars?
Definitely. So Bedard has been everything he's been expected to be, and probably a little bit more, considering he's doing it with so little help. They've also got two rookies in Alex Vlasic and Kevin Korchinski, who look really, really good. Definitely will be parts of the future. They've got a bunch of things coming through the pipeline. So basically what Kyle Davidson, the GM, has done in the meantime is stopgap things while they wait for some of these draft picks to develop with veterans like Nick Foligno. He traded for Taylor Hall this summer. He's been hurt all year. When they brought in Corey Perry, he's been moved out. But they've done some things to kind of fill in the gaps between rebuilding and contention to keep the team competitive. This year, they've suffered a ton of injuries. I already mentioned Hall, who tore his ACL. Andreas Athanasiou is a veteran who was here. He's missed most of the season. He's been out since November 9th. He's coming back, I think, Saturday. But when you have so little depth, those injuries make a bigger deal than they would for other teams. So this season probably should have gone better. I think they were planning on being a little bit better. With the injuries, they weren't able to keep up. So what the Hawks need to do is keep doing what they're doing, right? Fill in those gaps, keep developing good players. I think this summer and next, you start looking at maybe more permanent pieces to this thing that can play with Bedard and those guys when the team's ready to win again.
Okay, last question. The Chicago, hockey messiah you mentioned, 18-year-old Connor Bedard, looks to be everything he was advertised and more, as when the Blackhawks took him first as the overall draft pick. What's your take on how a kid's been playing this year? And he's also been taking a lot of hits. I get this isn't the old throw off the gloves, kind of old hockey style Bob Probert-esque. But does he need to be protected a little more? Just answer that last part.
Yeah, I would say so, yes. I mean, he knows, and he has said that he knows he's going to be a target for people, right? He's the big name, the big star. He's getting all the attention, and these veterans want to let him know they're not just going to let him dictate what he wants to do. There are guys on this team who should be protecting him. Nick Foligno has done it before. Jared Tenorti's on this team. That's probably his primary purpose. And there have been a lot of things that have happened to Bedard that they have missed. So I don't think it's a matter of adding things. It's being a little more attentive to the things that do happen.
All right, Jay Zawaski, host of the CHGO Blackhawks podcast. Thank you for coming on, my friend. Let's have you on again soon, and we will see what they do today.
Anytime. Thanks.